Assalamu alaikum and welcome to AppSec's online support program. I hope you all are doing well and gathering the blessings of Ramadan. This is your English teacher from EPS Fort Road Middle Wing Boys, and today I'll be guiding you about your assignment for week 6, that is for class 5. Let's start the lesson with the hadith of the day. It is actually a sunnah that Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessing be upon him, whenever he used to encounter a problem or hardship in his life, he used to seek Allah's help through namaz. So that is what we should all follow. Now let's do a quick recap of our previous week's topics. You learned about common illnesses, fever, and you wrote a paragraph about how to keep ourselves healthy. Then there was this task of reading a storybook and then you have to write about it. And in grammar you learned about past simple tense. Now, do you know why do we need food? Well, we need food because it gives us energy to carry out different activities. Next is, what is a healthy or balanced diet? A healthy or balanced diet contains all the nutrients required for the body. Next question is, why do our bodies need a balanced diet? Well, a balanced diet gives our body the nutrients it needs to function correctly. Now, the objectives of this week's lessons are that you will be able to know about different food groups. You will learn and write about healthy and balanced diet. You will identify nouns and verbs. Now, starting with the first task, you will read the word study that is given on page number 24 of your textbook, and you will match the food groups 1 to 6 with the pictures. How you will do it? You will make two columns, A and B. In one column you will write the names of the food groups, and the other column you will write the number of the picture that shows the particular food group. If you look at this page, you can see that the pictures are given and then there is a box just above it, and food groups, names of the food groups are mentioned there. So you will write these food groups in one column, and in the other column you have to write the number of the picture that shows that particular food group, or you can simply draw this picture. Then here they have given you a link. You will go to this link and list down the names of foods that contain vitamins, right? If you go to this link, you will see they have given you information about vitamins and minerals. There are water soluble vitamins. The name of the vitamins are given, then what do they do to our bodies and where do we get them from. The names of the foods are mentioned from which we get a particular vitamin. Then if you scroll down, you can see there are fat soluble vitamins. Again, the name of the vitamin is given, then what it does for to our body and where we get it from. Then foods, names of the foods are mentioned. Then you can see there are minerals, the names of the minerals, where do we get certain minerals and what do they do to our bodies. And you will read all this information and list down the names of the vitamins and the foods from which we gain certain vitamins. Next task is you have to do creative writing. For that you need to discuss about healthy diet with your parent or facilitator, and you have to make a mind map like this. I have just mentioned the names of the food groups here. You can write examples as well, then it will be easier for you to write the paragraph. You should also know that a balanced diet consists of carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins and minerals. With this information, you will be able to write these two paragraphs in about 60 to 80 words. And while you be writing the paragraph, you can use these guidelines. You can write about, you can start with writing what is a healthy diet, then what does it include, what is a balanced diet, why do we need to maintain a healthy and balanced diet, and which foods contain certain vitamins, minerals, etc., and which foods should be a regular part of our diet. Next is a comprehension passage that you have to read. It is on page number 28 to 30 in your textbook. Stone Soup. It is actually a folk tale. Folk tale is a kind of a story that is passed through generations, and so you have to read this and find the meanings of the given words: traveling, sold, slightly, curiously, crumb, discouraged, elderly, explained, stirring, and chunk. You have to write the meanings of these words in the vocabulary journal, and you will use any of these five words into sentences of your own. And after reading the story, you will have to write the values that you have learned from this story. Next is there is a passage that I'm going to share with you, and you have to, from this passage, you have to pick out nouns and verbs. So I'll read the passage. When I was 8 years old, I went on a school trip to a safari park. When we arrived there, the guide took us to the bus. First, we were taken through the African reserve. We saw giraffes and zebras. Then we noticed that a lioness was walking in front of the bus, so the driver slowed down. We ensured that the windows were closed. Suddenly, the lioness lay down before the bus, so we stopped. We waited for 15 minutes. There was a long line of cars behind us. So, from this passage, you have to identify the nouns and verbs and write them on the loose sheets. Let's do a recap of what nouns and verbs are. Nouns are names of people, places, and things, and verb is a word that is used to describe action, state, or an occurrence. That is it for this week's language task. Thank you.